Side for Harris on the wing. 2 dribbles behind the back, crossover into the lane, hangs and scores off the window. And they did 5 in a row. Degman trying to make it 6. You bet. 3-2 in the half court. O'Neal for 3. Carroll for 3. Face of Bertali up and in. Another chance. Up top. 3-pointer. Tipped away from Ferenc. Lobbed ahead for Gibbons. Count the bucket and the foul. Silva attracting a lot of attention. Gets it back. Deep 3. Straight away. Up and in. Skip pass back to the corner. Sanasuoso. High arcing 3. Up and in. Trying to bring Holfisher into the paint. Does so. Fade away. Up and in. And the foul. Gotta hurry here. 2 seconds. 35-footer. Up and in. Harris off the crossover. Sets up a 3 from Dunning. Who knocks down his second from 3-point land.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Derry. Nick Anastas with you live from Pinkerton Academy. The Pinkerton Astros looking to stay unbeaten against the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. 2 of the better teams in Division 1, rivals in a lot of ways, and frankly 2 of the bigger teams in the state. Colliding here in a mid to late February matchup that should be good as the snow threatens to fall momentarily outside. They wanted to get this one in early. So here we are with a slated 5:30 Eastern Time start set to get going here momentarily. I mentioned Pinkerton undefeated despite some stops and starts to the season, several delays, several suspension of play and practice, but it has not rattled this team led by head coach David Chase. They're 5-0 and have looked good in the process, most recently coming off a blowout victory over Nashua South. BG, meanwhile, they won their first 3 out of the gate, but it's been up and down for head coach John Fisher's club since. So BG looking to right the ship, get some confidence perhaps in the process tonight with a road win, while Pinkerton hoping to improve to 6-0 on their home floor. Reminder, our broadcast tonight, like it always is, brought to you by Beals Insurance, locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. Well, the BG starters being announced to this crowd. Limited capacity again tonight. I believe it's 4 tickets per home player. The policy here at Pinkerton, as it is at most of these schools around the state during this COVID-19 rattled season. BG, as I mentioned, they've got some size. 6'5" Lucas Baker will start at the center spot and eat up some space down low for Coach Fisher. Meanwhile, Pinkerton, a very young team as well as big. Andy McDonald, tough physical guard. He is a senior. Very good rebounder. And then Anthony Chin, one of 2 Chins here. Anthony and Tyrone, both 6-foot sophomores. Expected to get a lot of burn tonight for Coach Chase. And there's the point guard, the 6-foot freshman, Drew Brander. Very good with both hands, very aggressive. And then again, a lot of length down low. 6'7", Justin Dunn, the senior in the middle, and the 6'6" freshman Jackson Marshall will also play down low. We'll step aside for the national anthem, come back with the game action.
Commanded by Cadet Captain Marissa Estega, assisted by Technical Sergeant Jim Clellan, Cadet Technical Sergeant John Bundy, Please remain standing as we play our national anthem.
All right, well, there it is, the national anthem, the presentation of the color guard. And we are ready to roll here in Derry. Nick Anastas with you. Reminder, subscribe on our YouTube channel, to our YouTube channel. Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire on YouTube. FNLNH Media. That's FNLNH Media. Hit the notification bell to see all the upcoming broadcasts. Plan to be in Manchester tomorrow night to see Bedford and Memorial. So all the action all season long on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Game of the week presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas with you. We are underway in Derry. They've done away with the opening tip. The visitors given the first possession here. And here's this defense, which is really the heart and soul of this 5-0 Pinkerton squad. They like to get after it with a number of different looks. Meanwhile, three-pointer off target. Offensive rebound, though, for Baker. Give the Cardinals another try into the corner. Dylan Sanasuazo, three, too strong. And there's a rebound for Andy McDonald, the senior. And now Pinkerton on their first trip will face a BG man-to-man defensive look. On the drive, McDonald, after a nice hesitation, goes up and under for two. Good assist there by Brander. And then good patience and poise shown by the senior McDonald for the game's first two. Pinkerton going to fall back in a zone here and force the game's first turnover. Off-target pass off the right fingertips of Nathan Kane and into the Astro bench. Pinkerton a 2-0 lead with the ball, minute in. Little extended pressure here as Kane is going to pick up Brander. Freshman makes his way into the front court with a left-hand dribble. And now a whistle here and a foul away from the ball along the baseline. It looks like it's against Pinkerton. It is. Anthony Chin called for the moving screen, it looked like. And it's the first foul either way. BG trying to get on the board. They trail 2-0. Shifting zone here from the Astros. Cardinals showing patience. Robichaud looking to free up Stack in the corner. And now a 3-second violation. It's going to go against Baker. Camped out a little too long under the basket. Another giveaway as Cardinals trying to shake off some of these early game jitters. Some road blues maybe. They're down 2-0. Coming up on 2 minutes gone by first quarter. Astros hoping to double their 2-0 lead. Instead, they'll throw it away. Low pass on the wing. Out of bounds. Pass thrown towards Chin, down by those electric green shoes he's got on. Very eye-catching. Meanwhile, BG without a field goal, now on their fourth trip of the game. 2-3 zone, causing a lot of noise as well as the Pinkerton bench looks to get involved. High-low, stack, one dribble, block from behind. It's Dunn who comes away with the ball for the Astros. McDonald into the front court will pump the brakes. And now Coach Chase from the sideline cups his mouth and yells out the play. Brander, meanwhile, again, very good with both hands. To the other freshman, it's Jackson Marshall up top. Handed Dunn, drive and kick for Chin. Nowhere to go. Good defense by Robichaud is going to drive him back between the circles. No shot clock, of course, in the NHIAA. You know that by now. Pinkerton allowed to take their time here. Dunn going to settle for a long two, loose in the corner. McDonald trying to keep it alive, but it was last touched by the hustling senior. It will go back to the Cardinals. So both teams with their early offensive struggles here. It's a 2-0 Pinkerton lead. But now 3 minutes gone by in this first quarter. And a travel is called. Another Astro turnover. As they get steps, you hear Coach Fisher from the Cardinal sideline yelling at his guys, not happy. EG trying to force the issue here in the backcourt. No problem, though, for Brander. They keep the dribble drive alive. Chin up top. They'll swing it. Marshall, one more. Dunn. Shot fake goes to the rim. Left hand, no, but a foul. And it's an offensive foul. Well, no argument from Dunn, who came hard down the near side of the lane. Good defense shown by a number of BG players, able to swarm to the spot and hold the spot. Pinkerton's second team foul. And the first on Dunn, nearly 4 minutes into this first quarter. That won't go. Second try won't go either for Sullivan, blocked at the rim. McDonald trying to spark it the other way. Can't get a runner with the left hand. And a rebound cleared by Robichaud for the Cardinals. His pass picked off. Brander, cat quick, the freshman to the tin with a nice finish. Brander, a number of steals. We saw him last week in Londonderry. Able to score in transition. Pinkerton a 4-0 lead. BG still trying to crack the ice here, showing patience. On the baseline, Fisher hasn't touched the ball much, frankly, in this early going. Santa Suazo drive and dump, and they're stacked for the layup. Unselfish play there leads to a high percentage look. And BG finally on the board here. Past the midway point, first quarter. 4-2 Pinkerton. Now the Cardinal bench trying to inspire the defense. Robichaud's been all over Chin. Now McDonald up top. Wants a piece of Santa Suazo. Drive and kick rather. Marshall now going to power his way in. The big freshman had it blocked by Baker. Comes away with the ball in the paint. Good stop by the Cardinals. 3-on-2. It's Stack at the rim. Blocked from behind. Second try, though, is good for Sullivan. He's able to crash the glass with his second offensive rebound. 4 unanswered by BG, and we're tied at 4 here. Now 3 minutes remaining first quarter. Well, again, this Cardinal man-to-man, very aggressive. They're going to get Baker for being too aggressive here. Goes over the shoulder of Marshall and commits the foul. It's his first and the team's first. We get the game's first substitutions as well. E.J. Fusaro, more size, onto the floor for the Astros. 6'6" senior. And what is this here? A call away from the ball. I believe they're going to get Fusaro for a grab there on the baseline. Also checking in for Pinkerton, Tyrone Chin, the sophomore guard, will play up top as both the freshmen come off the floor, Brander and Marshall. BG still with their starting 5 on the floor, looking for their first lead here inside of 3 minutes first quarter. Scored the game's last 4 points. Pinkerton in the shifting zone here. Looks like a 3-2. And there's a steal. Chin. This job took away the bounce pass from Baker. Now Chin. The other Chin, a long 2. That won't go. Stack muscles the rebound, and BG another stop. Up the floor, Sullivan into the corner. Santa Suazo surrounded by 3 players. Can kick it back out. BG will swing it. Now a baseline job. Robichaud trips. They roll him out of bounds. Had his foot on the baseline. Coach Fisher to the bench for the first time. Makes a sub in the middle. as Baker sits and Matt Sanasuazo is on, the 6'1 sophomore. Full court press by the Cardinals. No problem there for Chin. And then a travel on the catch. Both teams with 3 turnovers here in this first quarter. And just outside of 2 minutes to go. A backcourt substitution for the Astros, the 5'11 senior. Jimmy Flynn on the floor. He's an inch below the 6-foot mark. The only Astro player that's under 6 feet. It's a big team, as I mentioned. Cardinals looking for their first lead. It took them 4 minutes to get on the board. They've scored now 2 of their last 3 trips down. Drive and kick, stack for 3. Right wing, no. Offensive rebound, Fisher, and he's fouled on his way back up. Sullivan, his 3rd rebound. They've all been on the offensive end. And he's a leaper. And I'm listed at 6'2", but he jumps like he's 6'5". And a high-flying type dunk back in the season opener against Bedford. Part of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire highlight reel. He misses the free throw. First free throw taken either way here in this first quarter, now with 101 seconds remaining. Second one flat. And an offensive rebound tracked down by Stack. And then a foul here up top. It's going to go against Pinkerton, a reach against Chin. Trying to take it away from Sanasuazo. Got more body than ball. That's the 5th team foul already against the Astros. Meanwhile, good inbound play is going to lead to a 3. A little give and go with the inbounder. Frees up Sanasuazo in his favorite spot. That corner 3 is good. First from downtown. And this one, meanwhile, a foul at midcourt. The Cardinals hoping to force the 10-second violation. Instead, it's a reach on Stack, his first foul, team's 2nd. Meanwhile, BG has scored 7 in a row. Pinkerton has not scored in nearly 4 minutes. Astros with a new player on the floor. It's another big, Anthony DeSalvo, 6'4", 230-pound big man. Meanwhile, Flynn trying to free up Chin. Comes middle left-hand dribble. Brander is back on the floor now with a touch as well. The freshman, the right-hand dribble. Stack giving him no room. Pass is deflected, intercepted by Ellison. Beautiful outlet pass. Frees up Sanasuazo with a left-hand finish. That was Javari Ellison, the 6'4 sophomore who just came off the bench. The block and then the assist on the transition layup. It's now 9-4 BG. Pinkerton is going to keep possession here. That pass was tipped out of bounds by a BG defender. Momentum right now with the Cardinals. 30 seconds to go, first quarter. Pinkerton going to stack it up right in front of the inbounder. And now Chin trying to find a little breathing room here. Fisher, one of the state's better defenders, in my opinion, is on him. Although Stack, his teammate, in that category as well. Meanwhile, here's a jumper up and in. It's Brander, high off the floor. The freshman ends the Pinkerton drought, and then it's Chin with a steal on the other end. 10 seconds for the Astros. They could tie with a 3. Brander up top against Stack to his left. Down the lane, little fade short. Chin tries a second try, and it won't go. Well, an exciting start here in Derry. Pinkerton scored the game's first 4. BG then went on a 9-0 run and lead here on the road after one, 9-6. Right back to Pinkerton Academy in a moment. You are watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Defense. Our broadcast today, as it usually is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance. Get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. So call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. Start of the second quarter. Pinkerton ball, they trail by 3. 9-6, a defensive-oriented first quarter in the books here in Derry. Nick Anastas with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. The undefeated Astros held BG without a point for the first 4 minutes. Since then, it's been all Cardinals as Stack comes up with a steal. Took it away from Flynn, not Stack but Robichaud, and then he draws a foul at midcourt. Well, both teams really getting after it on the defensive end. The Cardinals in that man-to-man. Well, the Astros have had a pretty effective swarming zone. Both teams forcing 5 first-quarter turnovers. Pinkerton now in a 2-3 look. High-low, Stack inside out, one extra pass, and Suazo a knifing move. Up top, Robichaud, three-pointer up and in. Now good, unselfish play leads to the tray as Jordan Robichaud, the senior, able to connect. Meanwhile, Chin is going to draw a foul here along the near sideline, bumped out of bounds. It's on Matt Sanasuazo, his first. That's the third team foul. The Astros, meanwhile, are up against the foul limit already with 6. Minute in second quarter, BG on a 12-2 run. Chin undercut, and it's an offensive foul. Stack able to step in front of the youngster and draw the charge. They'll wave off the scooping bucket and give the ball back to the Cardinals. That's the second charge the team has drawn, and now John Sullivan's going to get a well-deserved rest. An emphatic high five there with the JV coach, Will Horn, one of the more colorful characters you'll see on the sidelines. Anywhere. Good program over there that includes boys lacrosse head coach Chris Cameron. Three-pointer, in and out. Stack almost able to connect there from the wing. And now Pinkerton, just one field goal in nearly 7 minutes, and a foul here again away from the ball is going to go against the Astros. A little bit of frustration perhaps, as I believe DeSalvo called for the push. That's his second. And now a timeout has been called by David Chase, the Pinkerton head man, not happy. Meanwhile, it's all good over there on the Cardinal bench. As BG again out in front here, 12-6, nearly 2 minutes in. Second quarter. Reminder, tomorrow night, we plan to be in the Queen City, weather permitting, of course, to see Bedford at Memorial. Our coverage begins at about 5:45 Eastern with a 6 o'clock tip scheduled for now. Again, log on to our YouTube channel, FNLNH Media. That's FNLNH Media on YouTube for all the latest broadcast information as we wind down the strange 2021 season. The Open NHIAA Tournament looms next month. Of course, we'll have coverage of that for you, all brought to you by Beals Insurance. All right, here we go. Out of the timeout, Pinkerton trying to breathe some life into the building, frankly. Stack, call for a travel. That's one way to do it. Force a turnover. Now the officials have called it tight. Both ways, of course. And they get Stack there for dragging that right pivot foot a little bit. It's okay, says Coach Fisher, as his defense is allowed to set up full court. They set it up for Brander. They'll clear it out. The freshman will cross his way over into the front court, shadowed here by Stack in front of a standing Coach Fisher. Brander gives up the dribble. And now McDonald will reset the offense here deep on the near wing. Well, the shots have been hard to come by for Pinkerton. The defense has been sweltering by the Cardinals. Long two won't go for Brander. A rebound for Baker, who is back on. Ellis clears it across. And now again, BG trying to extend this 6-point lead. Trying to make the defense shift here, that 2-3 zone. Ellison for three on the wing. Ellen in and out. Offensive rebound, Baker. Baker back up top. Ellison for Stack. Reverse quickly. Now Pinkerton doing a good job denying that high post with a 6'5" Lucas Baker is at. But BG undeterred, going to take their time. Skip pass, Baker. Stack rather now. Robichaud in trouble on the corner. Up top for Ellison. Robichaud, three-pointer. Off target with the right hand. A skying rebound for Chin. He's fouled in the backcourt. Baker took a swipe at the ball and got just enough body to warrant the call. Big fella upset, fourth team foul. And that's number 2 on Baker as well. Meanwhile, the younger Santa Suaso, Matt, going to step off. Sophomore having a word with assistant coach Will Horn. Stack also off the floor. As Sullivan and Robichaud return after a brief rest. Meanwhile, this one blocked out of bounds. I think it was Baker, yep. He got his right hand on that shot attempt from Brander, sent it out of bounds. It'll stay with Pinkerton. So we head towards the midway point here. Second quarter, the Astro drought has been severe on the offensive end. This young squad has struggled against this man-to-man. They do so here, can't get the ball in. Goes off the toe of a new Astro player. It's Sam DePelto, 6'2" junior, who just checked in for the first time. Three-pointer, Ellison. Back iron miss. Skying rebound, Chin. He's done a good job on the glass tonight in this first half. His third rebound. Then up the floor. And an easy lay-in there for Sam DePelto. That's the first points of this second quarter for Pinkerton. Meanwhile, Sullivan denied near the rim. Brander going to push up the floor. Quick three. Aiden Kane connects from the wing. Another player who just checked in a moment ago for the first time is Aiden Kane. Has all of a sudden give the Astros a little bit of new fighting spirit here with 3:44 to go in the first half. They're within one. 5 unanswered now, rattled off over the last 2 trips. Both by players, by the way, who did not play the last time we saw Pinkerton in action, which was a week ago when they faced off against the Lancers in Londonderry. I don't believe that either DePelto or Kane played in that game, yet here they are in the second quarter, and the Astros have needed them most. Hoping to turn this one around here. Pinkerton had only scored 1 field goal in nearly 8 minutes of game action prior to the last 2 possessions. They get it done with a 2 and then a 3, and now they're right back within 1 here. Low-scoring first half in Derry. Coming up at halftime. Well, we'll look around the league. Some action elsewhere, and we'll also preview tomorrow's Bedford Memorial game and give you the stats from the first half here in Derry as well. That's coming up at halftime. BG out of the timeout. Trying to figure out a way to crack this 2-3 zone. They've missed their last 5 from three-point land. And again, Baker is just not given any room here. They've done a good job denying that high post entry. They'll get a steal here. Brander picks it off, his second steal. And now in transition, Pinkerton going to pull it out. Chin now going to fire. Three-pointer off target. And off the front iron miss. The rebound collected by Sullivan, his 4th rebound. Sullivan up ahead. Santa Suaso, high arcing 3 up and good. Well, he hit a 3 in the first quarter from that same spot, the near corner. He loves that corner. And why not? Pretty to watch. It goes down. He's got Now a game-high 6 points. Meanwhile, Astros having trouble getting it in. Finally, the 6-7 Dunn does with his left hand. And now Brander going to trigger the offense here. Ching on the wing. 2.5 to go. Second quarter. Brander for three. No. And a foul is called on BG's Robichaud. Trying to fight through the screen. Knocked over the screener. And get hits with the foul. His, I believe, second. It was first. Fifth team foul against the Cardinals. And again, not a shooting foul. As the shooter was not fouled, it was the man setting the screen. Well, Coach Chase wants free throws. Or at least an explanation. He'll get that. And the Astros will take it out of bounds. Trying to make it a one-possession game. They led most of the first quarter. Have trailed this entire second quarter. Meanwhile, another foul up top. No, it's an offensive foul. They get Chin with a push-off there. Robichaud has been a problem defensively. As has Stack in this one. BG. Now the officials, I think, are going to change the call. Now, they originally, I thought, had it pinned on Anthony Chin of Pinkerton. Instead, it's the sixth BG foul. Meanwhile, a steal off the inbound by Sullivan. Great athletic play. And then a heads-up play from the sideline as Coach Fisher calls the timeout. Well, Sullivan very cat-quick, frankly. And you saw it there, able to come up with a steal off the inbound at midcourt. And then Coach Fisher, as far as player was in danger on the floor, calls the timeout. BG really doing a good job here defensively. Pinkerton, just 11 points. Only 2 field goals surrendered here in the second quarter. And it's been this man-to-man, this aggressive, extended man-to-man with Stack and Robichaud really jumping out on the perimeter. And then, of course, Sullivan, who may be their best athlete. I know that includes the Sanasuazo brothers and everyone else, but Sullivan, certainly a leaper. In and out, Sanasuazo, probing dribble, leaves it for Baker. A little leaner, 2-iron miss, no, and then another block at the iron. Sullivan, another offensive rebound. Couldn't get the shot off, though. Good stop. I believe that was done on the block, and now Pinkerton, with inside of 2 minutes, going to attack the rim. Kane, left-hand runner, no. Loose ball, Sanasuazo. Left to right for the Cardinals into the front court. Going to slow down here on the wing. Robichaud, left-hand dribble, nice pass into the corner, back up top, near wing reversed. Now the Astros closing out and recovering well on defense here. BG not going to force anything, to their credit. Meanwhile, Baker travels on the baseline here. Shuffled those red sneakers a little bit before the bounce pass. 7th Cardinal turnover this first half. Baker will check out. And BG sets up the full court press. Brander going to have to hurry towards the timeline, does so. With a pass to Chin into the front court. Final minute, first half. And an offensive foul is going to be called, I believe, against Brander. I think. It's definitely on Pinkerton. And definitely the 9th team foul, so one away from the double bonus. Final 1 minute here. First half, BG going to stick to the patient approach against this 2-3 zone. This crowd here in Derry starting to pound the old wooden bleachers here, chanting defense. Trying to fire up the home team. Sanasuazo, runner off the window. Second field goal off the bench for the sophomore. BG's lead is 6. It matches their largest from earlier. Final half minute here. Chin. Bender, probing dribble. Now McDonald pulls it out with a back dribble. Lobs it high, too high for the freshman and off his fingertips. Again, the defensive pressure, a difference maker for Coach Fisher's Cardinals. And they'll end up likely with the final shot here. Final 10 seconds. BG a chance for a big lead at half, and they'll draw a foul here. Kane tripped up. He goes to the floor. Brander called for the foul. And that is the 10th team foul against the Astros, the second against the freshman guard who takes a seat. All this with 6 seconds remaining. Coach Chase not happy with his guys there, committing a foul. And giving a basically free couple of looks here for Kane. One of their better free throw shooters. Drills the first, he's got 3. And the lead's 7 at 18-11, one more. Played well on defense, has not come off the floor so far for Coach Fisher. 2 for 2 there. Pinkerton got a hurry. McDonald down the lane. Bank iron, no. And another rebound just for good measure there for John Sullivan, his 6th of that first half. All right, the Astros with work to do. The unbeaten Pinkerton team down 8. Largest lead for BG on the board right now at halftime. 19-11, a defensive-oriented game in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Coming up in just a moment, we'll look back at that first half, get you the numbers. There is some action statewide. We'll get you those scores as well as the third quarter, which comes your way in about 10 minutes or so. So bear with us. We're right back to Pinkerton Academy in just a moment. You are watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Halftime here in Derry. BG on the road looking to hand Pinkerton their first loss of the season. They lead 19-11. And we're geared in that first half with some great man-to-man defense. They surrendered the game's first points. The Cardinals did. Pinkerton led 4-0 about midway through the first quarter, and that's really when BG came alive. They forced a number of turnovers, and they took their time and got comfortable against Coach Chase's 2-3 zone, and ultimately were able to spread the basketball around and generate some offense. Dylan Sanasuoso led all scorers in that first half with 6 for the quarterback in the fall for the Cardinals, the senior. A couple of threes from the same spot. A spot he seems to be fond of, the corner. And what else? Jordan Robichaud, 3 points. Nathan Kane, 4, all on the Cardinals side. Matt Sanasuoso, 4 points off the bench. And Sullivan led the way on the glass with 6 rebounds. Pinkerton, well, none of their starters scored in the second quarter. Had some help off the bench from Aiden Kane and Sam DePelto, but other than that, the regulars have been held in check. The high man, point guard freshman Drew Brander with 4 points, scored the game's opening bucket. But, well, the Astros 5-0 in the year, and really challenged now, I think, for the first time. Down 8 at half on their home floor. Going to have to rally quickly here against what was a very aggressive Cardinal defense in that first half. So plenty of time. Both these teams considered contenders in next month's upcoming tournament. Reminder, tomorrow night we're in Manchester as Memorial will host Bedford. 6 o'clock Eastern start. Coverage begins at 5:30. Live on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. FNLNH Media is the channel. FNLNH Media on YouTube. Second half begins. Teams switch sides. Cardinals working right to left against this pestering 2-3 zone. That was the look of choice from the Astros defensive in that first half. High post leads to a 3 on the bounce last time. Clock, of course, taking full advantage. Not going to force anything. Robichaud down the lane. Little teardrop right-hand shot. No, and then a foul on the rebound attempt. It's going to go against Baker. The senior, a questioning glare at the official. That's number 3 on the big man. The 6'5" center going to have to be careful here after picking up his third just a minute into this third quarter. 19-11. Pinkerton just 7 points since the midway point of the first quarter. Brander trying to change that with a 3. It's off target. Rebound taken off the floor by Sanasuoso, bringing himself into the front court for the Cardinals. Up top, Sullivan wide open. 3-pointer on the way, too strong. And another rebound pulled in by Dunn. Pinkerton gets the stop they want. Chin now going to pump the brakes, and the sophomore with the neon green shoes trying to set the offense in rhythm. Coach Chase critiquing as well from the sideline. Meanwhile, Marshall, a tough catch up top, and now McDonald on the wing. Trying to get it inside. Dunn held scoreless in that first half. Did not get many shots up as well. Marshall, a 3 up top. The freshman showing the range. A much-needed 3-pointer for Jackson Marshall. One of 2 freshman starters for Coach Chase. Pinkerton back within 5. Drive and kick. High arcing 3 up and in. Sanasuoso. Now with 9. And all 3 of his field goals have been from three-point land. He's the game's high man. The lead pushed back to 8 at 22-14. 2.5 gone third quarter. Chin, quick trigger. 3 on the wing, too strong. Offensive rebound, Marshall. Dribble up and in, and the foul. Well, Jackson, not only is he big, he's in control of that body. As the freshman able to gain his center of gravity there in traffic, one power dribble, and then knew exactly how to place it off the backboard. Well, twirling around, that's a heck of a shot. Jackson now has scored 5 straight, make it 6. He's Pinkerton's high scorer. And again, the Astros are within 5 at 22-17. Well, there are some student athletes here, which is a rarity, unfortunately, in 2021. But they're making noise right now here at the Hackler Gymnasium. Drive and kick, Sullivan. Up top, Sanasuoso, heck of a catch. Across for Kane, to the elbow. Pull up Jay, up and in. Kane, pretty looking one. Been very selective in his shot attempts. Picked a good one there. He's got 6. The lead back to 7. Coming up at the midway point, third quarter. Brander trying to go around Kane, going to pull up, a little short. Kane may have gotten a piece, another rebound for Sullivan. Quickly up the floor. Sanasuoso in the corner, thought about it for a moment. Pulled out now, and instructions from the BG bench says let's run the offense here, up 7. Midway through, third quarter. You can hear assistant coach Will Horn calling for movement. And the Sanasuoso blocked in the lane. No soup there. This is the 6'7" Jason Dunn. Meanwhile, Robichaud recovers. Skips one high over the top. Waiting in the corner. Sanasuoso, 3 in and out. And then a foul is called as both Chin and the big fella Baker end up on the floor. And let's see how the officials sort this one out. It's going to go against the Astros. They get Anthony Chin with his second. Got tangled up with Baker and was called for the foul on the way to the floor. First foul against the home team here in the second half. Meanwhile, Tyrone Chin, who played well off the bench, is back onto the floor. 3-pointer, too strong, Sanasuoso. Rebound done. And now Pinkerton trying to make it a 2-possession game again. Coming up on 3 minutes to go already here in this quick-moving third quarter. Steal by Robichaud. Stepped in front of 2 players to take it away. Now the pull-up, Jay, by Sanasuoso is too strong. And Andy McDonald wrestles the rebound away from 2 Cardinals for Pinkerton. Chin eyes the rim. McDonald, extra pass, frees up Frisaro for 3. Had it blocked in the corner. And then Frisaro's pass tip picked off by Stack. Up ahead, Robichaud into the front court. Now the Cardinal guard will pump the brakes, and BG will set up the offense yet again. Inside of 3 minutes now, third quarter. Again, the defensive chant coming from the student section. Cardinals have been very patient with the basketball, really since the first quarter ended. Baker, long 2, won't go for him on the baseline. A rebound for Anthony Chin. And meanwhile, in the corner, Baker's going to pick up his 4th foul. Little out of position there, little contact. He's got the senior frustrated, shaking his head. He's going to have to come off the floor after committing again his 4th foul on the Cardinals' 3rd. Astros, meanwhile, take McDonald out of the game. Flynn, an extra guard, onto the floor. So it's Flynn and the 2 Chins in the backcourt. Meanwhile, this pass off the shoulder of Dunn, it leads to a Kane layup, and he's fouled on the way up. Well, lack of proper spacing oftentimes leads to bad things. In that case, Dunn unaware a pass was heading in his direction. Bounces, I think, off his shoulder. And then the Cardinals off and running. Kane back to the line. Where he went 2 for 2 in that first half, but this one around the iron and out. Well, BG, they've only played 7 players. The 5 starters getting the lion's share of the minutes so far for Coach Fisher, and they've responded. Kane now at 7 after that 1 for 2 trip. 25-17. Cardinals matched their largest lead. It was their lead at halftime, an 8-point gap. Final 2 minutes, third quarter, and a timeout is called by Coach Chase. Now, BG likes that. Defense. They surrendered just 6 points in the first quarter, only 5 in the second. So far, just 6 given up through nearly 6 minutes here in the third as well. A very defensive-oriented game. Well, I promised you a couple of scores at halftime. Again, not much going on tonight. Tomorrow night should be busy, and again, we'll be on the air tomorrow night at 5:45 to bring you Bedford at Memorial at 6. But there is one score we can report up north. Mascoma, a 25-18 lead over Sunapee at the half. Londonderry and Alvern also getting together tonight, but no score yet between those two. Here in Derry, early start, 25-17, the Cardinal lead. They trailed early in the game, but took the lead late in the first quarter and have not looked back. At least not yet. The Astros, though, with other ideas coming out of the timeout. Coach Chase hoping to crack the riddle of this man-to-man defense. Meanwhile, the 6'4" Javari Ellison back in the middle for BG for the first time in this second half. Flynn for Chin. Gonna find room. Gonna throw that one up and in. Well, pulled the trigger kind of by surprise there. Savvy bucket makes it a 6-point game, a 2-possession difference. Robichaud into the corner. Kane for 3, too strong. Ellison offensive rebound. And then here Robichaud is fouled on his way down the lane. A reach-in that has Coach Chase upset on the Pinkerton sideline. 3 team fouls each way in this third quarter. Final minute 20 here. Now Flynn took a gamble. Sanasuoso finds his brother on the baseline who drops it in. Dillon, the game's high man with 11. A nice assist there by Matt, the sophomore, who just checked back in. And again, the difference is 8. 27-19, final minute, third quarter. Flynn. Chin back to the middle. Flynn again. Just can't crack this defense. Chin kept at arm's length by Stack, down to 40 seconds. Chin into the corner, draws a double team, back out again for Dunn. And just really unable to get into a set here. Chin kind of shake off Sanasuoso. Going to bring it back again towards midcourt. Down to 20 seconds. BG's bench loving the defensive effort. Meanwhile, 2 steps, Chin, tough shot won't go, and Ellison with a rebound in traffic for BG. Down to 8 seconds, Cardinals up the floor. Sanasuoso got the touch on the baseline. You bet, 13 points, 7 in this third quarter, and that's going to do it for quarter number 3. BG with all the momentum in the world right now. They're up 10, 29-19 now with just 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Fourth quarter on the other side. Will Pinkerton stay unbeaten, or will BG play spoiler here on the road? We find out next. You're watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it usually is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance
Get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. So call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. Fourth quarter action here in Derry. The BG Cardinals leading the Astros 29-19, their largest lead of the game. Backdoor off the inbound. Brander gets the fourth quarter started in style. The alley-oop to the freshman. Nice placement on the pass. Nice placement on the window. Had Fisher upset on the Cardinal bench. Astros refusing to quit. They led early in the ball game, but have trailed ever since. As I mentioned, by as many as 10 just a moment ago, down 8 now. Got a little bit of an old school home crowd advantage here, with a few students on hand making their presence known in this Heckler Gymnasium. 2-3 zone. Cardinals okay with that. They'll take their time. No shot clock, of course. The possessions have been patient, they've been lengthy, and they've been productive. Three-pointer won't work that time, though. Brander had it, lost it. Sanasuoso, easy layup, missed that. Ellison trying to stay with it for the Cardinals, able to pull it out into the corner. Couple of good looks there for the green and gold, but BG can't capitalize. Pinkerton can't clear the rebound either. So the Cardinals okay with running some more clock here. Already nearly a minute and a half gone by in this fourth quarter. Ellison in the corner. Well, the Cardinals are just going to make the Astros take a chance here. Well, shot plays into Astros' hands there as it was partially tipped. Ends up with Chin. He's fouled at midcourt. Robichaud stepped in front of him and reached in with the right hand. Fourth team foul against the Cardinals. Chin has done a good job on the rebounding front. 5 rebounds for the sophomore by my count. Meanwhile, Robichaud and Dylan Sanasuoso will sit. A rare rest for both those guys. They've logged a lot of minutes, not just tonight, but this season for Coach Fisher. 2 big steps. Chin in the lane, thought he was fouled. Couple of groans from the Astro bench. No whistle. Rebound cleared for the Cards. They're up 8 here now with 2 minutes gone, fourth quarter. And again, a chance to really take some time off this fourth quarter clock. Pinkerton, though, they're going to stay in the 2-3, at least for now. It's been the look all evening long. Stack avoids the travel and extends the BG possession. Again, the Astro fans trying to lift up the defense. Here's a foul on the catch against McDonald, bumped into Ellison. Meanwhile, Ryan Stack is on for BG, along with Sullivan, Kane, Ellison, and Matt Sanasuoso. Cardinals have brought in Aiden Kane, who hit a 3 off the bench in that first half. A wiry defender as well here. Astros going to extend this 2-3 zone. More like a matchup here. They're not going to trap the wings, however. Meanwhile, Kane drives into the lane, back out for Sullivan. And again pulled out between the circles. Cardinals have been playing keep away very well tonight. Already 3 minutes gone, fourth quarter. And here's a turnover. That's what the Astros wanted. Ellison and Matt Sanasuoso, the 2 sophomores, not on the same page. Coach Fisher is back on the floor with 4 fouls. So he's going to have to be careful. Meanwhile, Pinkerton trying to make it a 2-score game as we march towards the midway point, fourth quarter. Brander got the step on Stack and is fouled at the rim. And will shoot 2. Running scooper, no, but a foul on the wrist. Brander has played well, 6 points for the freshman point guard. And And again, a chance to make this perhaps a 6-point game if he can knock down both. Meanwhile, timeout on the floor. I believe that was called by Coach Chase. It comes with 4:36 to go here in quarter number 4. Coming up after the game, a quick recap, a look around the league, and a preview. Tomorrow night's broadcast will be in the Queen City to bring you Bedford at Memorial, 2 traditionally strong teams in Division I, 2 somewhat rivals. And, well, they've had some good games in the past. I expect tomorrow night should be more of the same, a close one. We'll have that coverage beginning at 5:45. Tip-off scheduled, weather permitting, for 6 o'clock. Again, only on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. We're on YouTube, FNLNH Media. Again, Friday Night Lights New Hampshire on YouTube, FNLNH Media, the name of the channel. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell for all the information regarding our upcoming broadcast, and that includes, of course, our plans for the 2021 NHIAA Division I tournament as well. An open tournament this year where every team is eligible, and it should be wild. Some March Madness, good to have back after the tournament was canceled a year ago. All right, Brander out of the timeout, going to shoot 2 for Pinkerton. Astros down 8 with work to do. It's 29-21. Very low-scoring game, obviously, but not for lack of effort. The defenses have been excellent. BG in a man-to-man. Astros primarily in a 2-3 tonight. Brander going to get a friendly roll on that first free throw. He's got 7. Give him 8. Flynn is back on. Astros going to set up a 1-3-1 zone press here. Haven't seen this yet. They got the 6'6" Fasaro at the head of the 1-3-1. BG, they've handled pressure well. They'll do it here as well with Kane and Robichaud. Now Kane in some trouble. Double team. His mask flies off, and a jump ball is called. Now there's that 1-3-1 designed to trap along the sidelines. They get Kane. However, the Cardinals still have the possession arrow in their favor, so they'll take it side out of bounds. Next one goes to Pinkerton. Oh, nearly over and back there. Good play by Robichaud, and then Kane is fouled on the sideline. Well, the Astros almost forced the backcourt violation, but Robichaud never brought the ball into the front court before making that pass. Meanwhile, 5 team fouls now both ways. Just about midway through this fourth quarter. And Robichaud is fouled. Coach Chase wanted a trap there. You hear him yell, "Close it." It's a better play, though, by the ball handler to split the defense and draw, I believe, the foul on Flynn. His first. Here is a steal at midcourt, and then DeSalvo is yanked down by Baker, who was just fouled out of the ball game. Well, suddenly this Astro defense forcing back-to-back turnovers and sending the Cardinals starting center to the bench. Lucas is fouled out, and now both teams are up against the foul limit with 6 team fouls. So free throws on the way for both of these teams. Inside to Salvo. Pinkerton down only 6. He can't get that one off the glass. No call either. Rebound to the Cardinals by Robichaud, and now going to try and keep the ball away from this Pinkerton defense. Inside of 4 minutes. 29-23. Cardinals by 6. Still a 2-possession difference. BG has led most of the way tonight, trying to hand the Astros their first loss of the season. Kane is fouled by DeSalvo. Tripped up as he tried to go around the big. He stuck his right foot out, his right leg, to commit, I believe, his 3rd. More importantly, his 7th. The 7th team foul against Pinkerton will put Kane to the line for a 1-and-1, where he is 3 for 4 already at the stripe tonight. Meanwhile, Brander, Chin, McDonald, Dunn, and Marshall. Those are the 5 starters in white for Pinkerton. They're on the floor here for presumably the final 3:35. Meanwhile, no problem for Kane. He now has 8 points. Played a heck of a defensive game tonight as well. And he has no problem there. 31-23. Clock starting to become a factor. 3.5 to go. Dunn inside. Marshall going to fight his way up. He'll draw a foul on the floor before the shot, but we'll head to the line here for a 1-and-1 as both teams now over the limit. Marshall has played well. The 6'6 freshman getting the start tonight. 6 points, all in that third quarter. It's going to be a force down the line for sure. Reminds me a lot of Sean May in terms of his game. I know that's perhaps a little bit of a stretch. Sean May, a great player at UNC about 15 years ago, but I don't know, something about the big man reminds me of him, and he's got a bright future either way. After knocking down the free throw, he goes 2 for 2. It's 3 for 3 at the line overall. He's got 8 points. Pinkerton's within 6 again, 31-25. Here's that zone press. It's a 2-2-1 this time. And BG again able to handle it adequately. We've got 3 guards here deep in the backcourt against the 2 defenders. Sanasuoso, Robichaud. The other Sanasuoso is Matt. Around Chin. Pinkerton does not want to give the foul yet. Inside of now 3 minutes. Again, no shot clock here. It's obviously an additional strain on the defense. Poke loose by Dunn, recovered by Sanasuoso, and then into the corner it goes for Sullivan. He's fouled from behind by McDonald after giving the green light from Coach Chase, who's now nearly at midcourt at the head of that Astro bench. Sullivan's worked hard tonight. Not necessarily showing up in the score sheet, just 2 points coming back in that first half, but unofficially 7 rebounds by my count. Short on the front end. This one kept alive, and then the Astros end up with it. Sullivan 0 for 3 at the line. 31-25. Pinkerton still with time here. And they'll draw a foul. Now, that's not what Coach Fisher wanted. He rolls his eyes. Because, again, both teams are in the bonus. 8 team fouls each way. Dunn, the 6'7 senior, somehow is scoreless in this one, despite playing most of the way. He hasn't looked to shoot. Jackson off, Chin back on. Kane, a 3-point threat and a good defender. Back on the floor for the Astros as well. The lefty Dunn trying to get the scorer's book. He will. More importantly, Pinkerton within 5. Second one rolls off the iron. Sullivan a rebound in traffic. And again, Pinkerton forced to either come up with a steal or commit the foul. They have not gave the foul just yet. Cardinals okay with that. They're going to keep the ball here. And now the double comes, and there's the foul given. Deep in the backcourt. Is it Kane or is it Anthony Chin? It's on Kane. Just his first, team's 9th, so still a 1-and-1 for the moment. For the game's high scorer, senior Dylan Sanasuoso, 13 points. Had 6 at the break, 7 in that third quarter. Has not scored here in the fourth until now. 14 points, his first trip to the line. And the gap back to 6. One more for the right-hander, the quarterback. He's got that, no problem. 15, and the lead 7 again. 3-score difference. Inside of 2 minutes, minute 40 now. Spin move. Tough shot, tip up and in though for Dunn, his first field goal. Minute and a half, still a 6-point game, and then a big foul coming at midcourt. Sanasuoso tripped up and dropped. And that is the 10th team foul against Pinkerton. Goes against Anthony Chin, his third. So Sanasuoso hit 2 a moment ago, right back to the stripes. Got a great follow through on that right-handed shot. 16 points now. Offense, defense substitution here. McDonald off the floor. Kane right back on for Coach Chase. Sanasuoso 4 for his last 4 at the line in the last couple of minutes. 36-28. Astros came in at 5-0, trying to avoid their first loss. Chin, coast-to-coast layup. Somehow that's his first 2 of the game. Timeout immediately called from the sideline by Coach Chase to freeze this clock with a minute 22 remaining. And now a 36-30 lead on the board for BG. Looked like early on, maybe another Pinkerton night. Scored the game's first points. They held BG without a point for the first 4 minutes. But then things flipped quickly in BG's direction. Cardinals grabbed the lead at the end of the first quarter, stretched that lead to 8 at halftime, holding the Astros to just 11 points through the first 2 quarters. Led by as many as 10 in that third quarter. Pinkerton and on their heels defensively as the Cardinals have been able to stretch offensive possessions against this zone. Now a 2-2-1 here, backcourt, full court press. And BG's barely going to beat the clock. No. Robichaud at his toes out of bounds. Astros force the turnover. A rare second half mistake by Robichaud and the Cardinals. And now BG, I think, just called that timeout here with a minute 8 to go. Ball going to go back to the Astros, a 2-possession game at 36-30. Well, Pinkerton, they have not shot too many threes, at least by, I guess, the modern standard. A lot of three-point shooting in the game now at all levels, anywhere. But the Astros may need to rely on the 3-ball here. May. Still enough time for a 2. 2 would cut it to 4, obviously. But with a minute 8 to go, the 3 perhaps on the menu. I'm sure that's what Coach Fisher is reminding his guys of. Defend the three-point line. You don't want to foul in the act either. So, 68 seconds, 6-point gap. Astros have trailed most of the way. They got the ball here. Kane. Clock ticking. Brander. Back to Kane in the corner. Swallowed up by Robichaud. Frees himself up on the wing. 3 on the way for the lefty. Won't go. Ball tipped. Ripped by Kane for BG. And he's fouled from behind. Pretty good look there for Kane, as the lefty was able to get a squared up look from the wing, but it just wouldn't drop. Kane did hit a 3 back in that first half. I'm talking Pinkerton's Aiden Kane. Meanwhile, Nathan Kane for BG, set to add to his point total in the Cardinal lead here. He's been making a living at the line tonight as he knocks this one in. Now 7 of 8 at the free throw line. He's got 11. He's the second BG scoring double figures now with 12. Excellent free throw shooting. That one, team-wise, has been a weapon for the Cardinals. The free throw line has tonight. 50 seconds. Pinkerton down 8. Chin for Marshall. Three-pointer. No good. Back iron. Rebound for Sullivan. Took it off the bounce. Got 9 by my count. And now a foul here in the backcourt. As Matt Sanasuazo wrapped up. The sophomore will head to the free throw line. Meanwhile, some emotion expressed at midcourt between Nathan Kane and Dylan Sanasuazo. Those guys played the lion's share of the minutes tonight. Worked hard at both ends. And BG going to get what looks like a well-deserved road win here against a previously unbeaten team. This man, a large reason why. He misses the free throw there, though. He had been 4 of 4 at the line. He's the game's high man with 16 points. Really gets low on those, bends those knees really low, gets up. A pretty one there. 39-30. Final 30 seconds. Brander. Crossover, 2 steps down the lane. The banker won't go in traffic. The rebound goes to Sanasuoso. Goes up the floor for Sullivan, who's going to lay it in off the glass. And that should just about do it. 4 points for Sullivan. Final 10 seconds for Pinkerton. Three-pointer in the corner. Too strong off target by Will Warner, who just checked in. Rebound again for Sullivan. That's going to be his 10th tonight. And that's going to do it as BG comes in to Derry and comes away with a 41-30 victory. A hard-nosed, defensive-oriented win tonight for Coach Fisher's club. As that man-to-man defense really the highlight tonight, as well as the patience on offense against the zone. Had trouble figuring it out for the game's opening minutes, but once they did, now they look good. 41-30, again, is the final. Astros handed their first loss of the season and now sit at 5-1. Again, the game's high scorer, Cardinal senior Dylan Sanasuoso, 16 points, 10 of those in the second half, 7 in the third quarter. Nathan Kane, great job both ways tonight for that man. He finishes with 12 points, blistering 8 of 9 at the free throw line. In defeat, another good performance at the point guard spot from freshman Drew Brander, who ends up with a team-high 8 points. His classmate, freshman Jackson Marshall, also had 6 points, all coming in that third quarter. Reminder tonight, tomorrow night, we will be in Manchester to see Bedford take on Memorial. Good rivalry, 2 good programs. Set to battle 6 o'clock Eastern time. And we'll be on the air at about 5:45, weather permitting, tomorrow night. A couple of other scores on our way out the door. Guilford, they lead Laconia by 2 up in the Lakes region, 25-23. That game is at halftime. And a D1 score for you as well. Alvern with an early lead over Londonderry, 14-11. That game is through the end of the first quarter. I want to thank Coach Brian O'Reilly, the athletic director here at Pinkerton, for giving us the green light. His staff always doing a good job. We appreciate them. And, of course, Beals Insurance for bringing you the broadcast tonight. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. So call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. Well, that just about does it for us. Final score, final time. BG 41, Pinkerton 30. For our videographers, John Barron and Derek Johnson. Our executive producer, Steve Bills. I'm Nick Anastas saying so long. This has been a presentation of the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.